I hate making these videos, but this felt like a moment. It was a 45-minute set, uninterrupted. There's a funny story about it. Maybe I'll tell you later. But share it with everyone you know. Subscribe or don't. Unsubscribe if you want. I don't really care. I like telling jokes, so I'm gonna keep doing that. If you want to see me come tell jokes, I highly recommend that. Thanks for watching.
Couldn't be here. I live by a school. Okay. I'm allowed to live by a school. Yeah, thank you. The state knows about it. Yeah, that is clap-worthy. Not everyone can say that, probably. It's weird to live by a school because I always see kids in the neighborhood walking home by themselves. It's always like the loser kids with no friends. I always get sentimental because that used to be me. I always want to go up to them like, hey, I'm you from the future. Go make some friends. Just yelling at random kids on the street, drop that stupid stick, you're not a wizard. All right? Girls aren't gonna like you. He's like, those are my crutches. Whatever, loser. Get out of here. I just turned 34, so I love my parents now. It's pretty new. Takes a while. This is what happens when you get older, you relate to them more. Not that 34 is old, like I get it, I'm not moving to Arizona. It's different. When I was 20, I was like, I'm invincible, I'll party all night. Now I'm in my 30s, I'm like, I can't leave the house, I had too much dairy. You know what I mean? Things change every time. I used to try to fix stuff. I'd be like, oh, my neck hurts. I'll go to the chiropractor. Now I'm like, I just roll a left. That's fine. I don't live in London. It's not important. My hand went numb for a couple days recently. I don't really have a joke. I was just curious if there was like a doctor I could talk to. Comedy health insurance is not that great. Falling apart. I love my parents, I worry about them. My dad just bought a gun for the first time in his life, which is very scary, right? 65, that's when you want to get your first gun. You know? That's when the mind is at its sharpest. He's like, I can hit all the targets at once. I'm like, there's one target, you have bad vision, it's not okay. He bought the gun and then he told me about it and immediately he was like, don't tell anybody. So just keep this between us. What do you mean, don't tell anybody? Isn't that the point of having a gun? You tell everyone you have a gun, then they don't come to your house. He was like, nah, man, element of surprise. I'll tell you a little bit about my dad. For his birthday, I bought him a tracker for his keys. He's always losing his keys, you know, and he just bought a gun. Do you see where this joke is going? It was literally a month before his birthday, I was still trying to pick out a gift, and then I heard a story. One day my dad went to go to work, and he got into his car, and then he couldn't find his keys that he just unlocked his car with. Does that make sense? Like literally, he was like, beep, beep, and then he got in the car, and he was like, ah, shit. So he did the only reasonable thing he could think of. He went back in the house, stole my mom's keys. Then just drove to work like nothing happened. And when he got home, he found his keys on the roof of his car the whole time. And he just bought a gun. You guys don't seem as worried as you should be. I think the element of surprise is gonna be when someone breaks into his house and he can't find his gun. You know, it's like, oh shit, 1 second. Where did I put it? Hang on, I got a tracker for it. All right. It's beeping quiet. All right. It says 3 meters to the left. What's a meter? Go back to your country, stupid ass. All right. 3 meters. Oh shit, he's got the gun. It's a surprise. I should stop keeping it by the door. My mom is great. Also, she's a wonderful source of material. So, she's great. She has arthritis on her middle finger, which is really funny. Right? They say it comes from overuse. Pretty sure that's my fault, right? That's what happens when you raise a comedian. You get extra reps on the middle finger, you know? The good news is she just discovered cannabis oil. Makes it feel better. A little bit of cream, right? Rub some on. pain goes away for a couple days, which is amazing because now I don't have to feel bad whenever I piss her off. You know, she's like, hey, fuck you. Oh, it feels amazing. That is good. I still got it. I'm back in my prime. You know, literally wherever we go, she just flips people off for fun. It's like her favorite hobby for some reason. She's like, you never know what you have till it's gone. But it is interesting because she grew up in an era where marijuana had this stigma, you know, oh, cannabis is the devil. So she doesn't want her kids to know about it. But I'm not an idiot. Like, her name is Lisa, but in all of her high school yearbooks, her nickname was Mary Jane. Just like, that's not short for Lisa, you know? So she doesn't want me to know, which is fine. The only problem is she lives in a state where marijuana is not legal still, and I live in Washington where it's mandatory. So, she needs me. So a couple months ago, she was visiting me, which now I realize that's the only reason she comes to visit, you know? I pick her up at the airport, I'm like, good to see you. She's like, move, let's go to the store. I gotta stock up on my medicine. I'm like, ah. She was at my house. I was getting ready to take her to the airport. She goes, hey, I forgot to mail this package to my friend. Will you send it for me? Some of you guys are catching on really quickly. I'm an idiot. I was like, I'm the best son. I would do anything for you. You know? So I take her to the airport. As she's getting out of my car, she starts looking around all creepy. She's like, if anyone asks what's in the package, you don't know. I was like, is this a bomb? What the fuck? Isn't this I'll send anything, but I can't send a bomb. They have my face on camera at the post office. I'm too sexy for jail. This isn't gonna work, you know? She goes, it's not a bomb. I went to the green store. So she calls it. I was like, oh, you just want to smoke some pot? That's totally fine. She was like, it's not for me. It's for my friend. I was like, oh, your friend? Totally cool. I have a friend who experimented in high school and yesterday, so no judgment. She hands me a $100 bill. She goes, use this to pay for the package, and then you can keep the rest of the money. I was like, shit, I gotta raise my ticket prices. I'm willingly committing a felony for $83 at this point. I was like, I need that money. We're just gonna see what happens. Spoiler alert, I'm snitching, right? So, I take the package, I go to the post office. Guy behind the counter's got a lot of questions for me. Imagine that being part of his job. He goes, hey man, anything fragile in this package? I was like, I don't know. I don't think so, probably not. Let's go with no. He was like, it's not multiple choice. I was like, oh, I don't know. He goes, fine, how much does it weigh? I'm like, 3.5 grams. It's just an estimate. My scale's broken. You're gonna have to measure it, to be honest. He's like, okay. Anything flammable? I'm like, ooh. Define flammable. Not yet. It is that fire. You know what I'm talking about. At this point, he's tired of playing 20 questions. He's like, there's 17 people in line behind you. Why don't you just tell me what's in the package? I was like, well, I don't know. Which is a great line for a post op. Try it at airports, too. They fucking love it. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, someone just handed me this suitcase, told me to drop it off with you. I don't know what's in it. Sure is heavy. A couple kilograms, if I had to guess, you know? He's like, what do you mean you don't know what's in the package? I was like, my mom gave it to me. She doesn't know what's in it either. Her friend gave it to her. She just got caught up in things she doesn't really understand, to be honest, you know? I turned into the kid from the Goonies immediately. I'm like, in 3rd grade, I stole the scissors from Mrs. Johnson. Please don't take me to jail, I'm too sexy. He's just like, you're an idiot. He goes, why don't you call your mom and find out what's in the package? I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So I take the package, I drive home, I change my license plates, and right, so I was like, they're calling the FBI for sure. I called my mom, like, I didn't know if anything in this package is flammable. And she was like, well, I don't know, but I did put hairspray and deodorant in the package, and that's super flammable. I was like, why the fuck would you do that? She goes, in case they x-ray the package. I'm not making any of this up, by the way. I just want you to know. In her mind, she was like, starts working the x-ray machine, it's gonna be like, is that marijuana? Oh, there's deodorant, never mind. No one would put those two things in the same package. Everyone knows stoners have poor hygiene. If it were dreadlock oil or Jamaican flags, we'd be a little concerned, but nothing to see here. So I cut open the package, I take out all the bomb-making materials, and then I reseal it up, and I call my mom, like, all right, I'm heading back to the post office. Any last-minute instructions? She's like, well, don't go back to the same post office. What are you, an idiot? I'm like, yeah, apparently, all right? This is my first felony, okay? You gotta give me more specific instructions. She goes, take it to your brother's house and make him send it. You're too honest. I was like, oh shit. Sorry, just how I was raised, I guess. I had really shitty parents growing up, so I just drove to my brother's house. I was like, Mom wants you to mail this out. I wouldn't ask a lot of questions. I just left. I was like, I'm no longer an accessory to this crime. I don't know how crimes work. Are there any cops in here? I should have opened on that. All right. Allegedly, this story happened, and comedians like to exaggerate things all the time. Well, since we're confessing things, I kept the money. Yeah, that's hush money. At this point, it's not working super well. I'm talking about it every day in front of dozens of police officers, apparently. Supposedly, allegedly, who knows? A couple of weeks ago, I was on tour. It's a state my mom lives in. I'm not going to mention which state. Now. Bunch of narcs over there, supposedly. Yeah. I'm real hip to the lingo. I'm a drug dealer from South Carolina. That's how I think. I got 15 pounds of weed in my boot. I know what's going on. I was visiting my mom. I go, hey, did your friend ever get that package? And she goes, yeah, she did. Thank you so much. I started laughing because I was picturing this moment where I tell everybody, and she caught on really quickly. She goes, this is not for the stage. And I was like, oh, this joke isn't for me. This joke is for my friend. You know, it just makes him feel better. It's for medicinal purposes only. It's funny looking back on my life, like that's not the first warning sign that my mom might become an international drug lord someday. A couple years ago I got some dental surgery. Don't look too close, I'm still insecure. But they gave me drugs, I don't remember the name of them, the bottle was pretty blurry. And I took them as directed. Calm down, narcs. I have a high sensitivity. I don't need to defend myself to you. The point is, they gave me these drugs and they were fantastic. And so I took them for a couple days and then the pain went away. So I put the drugs away. And then a couple days later, I was like, where are those drugs? And I was like, that's not a good sign. So I called my mom and I go, hey, they gave me these drugs and they're too strong for me. And I don't think I should have them because I wanted to take one because I was bored. And she goes, I'm so proud of you for calling me. That's so mature and that's wonderful and self-aware. I go, yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw them away. And she goes, you should sell them. And I did. Like that's, you know, a lot of people are like ending up in jail because they're like, I had a rough childhood. My parents weren't around all the time. I'm gonna end up in jail like, I had a rough childhood. My parents were around all the time. Just really bad influences on me. I've been a professional comedian for 10 years, which means I sell beauty products on Instagram. So if you can follow me, that would help my numbers. I was supposed to be on a reality show this summer, but they just stopped returning my phone calls. I'm not sure what happened. I'm being ghosted by TLC right now. A couple months ago, I filled out this online questionnaire. It had all these reality show things like, what would you do with $250,000? I was like, vote Republican. You know, and so they call me up and they go, your application's amazing, you're hilarious, you're so funny, we want you on the show. I'm like, cool. This is official, by the way. I signed a contract, I deleted all my racist tweets. Like, it was a big thing. I'm lucky I didn't have a day job anymore because I would have burned the building down. I thought I was going to be famous, you know? It's their fault. They kept telling me that. They're like, you're going to be huge. Don't forget about us little people. I was like, dude, if you get me famous on this show, I will name my flamingos after you. That's the kind of guy I am. So they have a producer call me up and they go, yeah, we just need to come up with like a cool backstory. Do you have like a mom in a wheelchair? And I was like, I'll put her there, you know? Break your mom's legs for this show? I'm like, no, you just film like a fake thing. You put a blanket over it for 2 weeks. And then when the show airs, she can walk again. You sell the documentary to the Jesus people for $1 billion. I don't understand why show business is so difficult, you know? I don't know. Every phone call, it felt like they were trying to get me into a character, which is annoying. I'm like, I get it's a reality show. If you want me to be the naked guy at the campfire, just tell me. I don't care. But they kept trying to, every question was like, what, you're from Seattle? What are you, like a hippie? And I was like, I don't know. It's not a yes or no question. I mean, I love the planet, but I also wear deodorant. Where does that come in? It's like, it's a sliding scale, you know? She goes, do you want to be a rapper? I'm like, kinda. Can you make that happen? How does this work? Do you like know some people that can write the songs? That'd be awesome. She goes, why are you single? I'm like, Jesus, my mom put me up with these questions. What the fuck is going on? She goes, come on, I know you're a comedian, you gotta be crushing it. I go, look, if I was happy with who I was attracting, at this point, I wouldn't be signing up to eat bugs on this show, or whatever. She goes, you're not taking this very seriously. I go, okay, fine. If we're being honest, I think I'm too picky sometimes. I only date actresses if you count women who fake their orgasms. And it's just my thing, you know? She goes, I gotta run to a meeting. And then she just never called me again. Literally a week before I was supposed to start filming, they sent me an email like, can't wait to see you, you're gonna be great. And then the day before I was supposed to film, I was like, hey, is there an address? Or like, somewhere I'm supposed to be, and they still haven't called me. It just means they're saving me for the end of, I'm like the surprise twist at the, I'm like the Bachelor's ex-girlfriend that shows up week 6 for no reason, just like, I'm just here to support you, and give you my blessing. I never see the show, but I just figure that's what happens. Is that my ex-girlfriend? Thanks, Mom. I know I made her my ex-girlfriend and my mom in that story, but I figured Spokane would get it. How to lose a crowd in 60 seconds. Anyway, I didn't get famous. I got kind of famous. I had a comedy special last year come out on a website called Dry Bar Comedy, which, yeah, thank you. If you're not familiar, except for 3 people, it's like Netflix for Mormons. And, yeah, I'm not Mormon. I don't know why I'm getting defensive about it. Fuck you, it's not. I just get it. I know what I look like, you know, so. Literally, as a kid, if I rode a bicycle, my whole neighborhood went into lockdown, so it's... This is hurtful at this point, but... So I get it. But I'm not Mormon, but they made me film a thing. So, like, I don't even know a lot about the Mormon religion. It's like, you're not allowed to have drugs or caffeine or, like, underwear or anything, so... it's like a no-fun religion. So all the kids kept turning out fucked up, and the parents got together, and they're like, it's probably not us. And, so they made a Netflix where you can edit out offensive parts of TV shows. Like, you want to watch Game of Thrones, but you're a Mormon boy, and you can't see any nudity. You select no nudity, and then you just watch the other 13 minutes of Game of Thrones. It's very exciting. It's like if Mr. Skin used his powers for evil. So I'm like the Mormon Beyonce, and this is not true at all, but some of them believe that, and at this point I should correct them, but they believe in a lot of weird shit, so just let them have their fun. Sure, there's a guy on a cloud or whatever, a spaceship, I don't know what the things are. The point is, I'm very famous, and you're lucky I'm here. But it's like, there are still cats with like more Instagram followers than me, so it's not a big deal. But people think I'm famous. I have a fan who works at Hyatt hotels, so every time I stay there, she tells them it's my birthday, and they send me free champagne, which is kind of cool, but also pretty sad, because it's just me on tour by myself. It's just every night dumping champagne on my own body, like, I deserve all this. I'm so famous, you know? It's a party. So recently I was in a state where marijuana is not legal, and I wanted some, and my mom wasn't around, so I sent a text to a guy, and he writes back, here's the address, he's expecting you. I was like, whoa, I was trying to do some recon work on this drug deal before you, I don't know what I was expecting, like he's gonna send me a bunch of names, I'm gonna yelp the drug dealer, it's like, Slayer has 4.5 stars, let's go with that guy, you know, so. But at least send me some details. Don't give me an address and a time. That's very suspicious. What the fuck's going on over there? Is it a parking lot? Is it an abandoned warehouse? Is this where they're filming the reality show? What's going on? I knock on this guy's door. By the way, I'm driving to a random guy's house in the middle of the night. And I'm realizing that this is why we legalized marijuana, so I didn't have to get stabbed behind a dumpster of a 7-Eleven just because I want to make a Ben Stiller movie funny for once, you know what I mean? That's the part you're upset about? All right. I knock on this guy's door, he opens the door, he goes, holy shit, Ian Rivers from Dry Bar Comedy. I'm like, yeah. He goes, my friends are never gonna believe me that you're at my house buying drugs. I was like, you don't have to tell them if you don't want. That's fine. If they're gonna know anyway, let's just skip it. He goes, come in, man, I'm gonna hook you up. He kept saying that all night. He was like, I'm hooking you up, man. You're getting hooked up tonight. I only bring that up so you know the rest of the story is his fault. So, he goes, I'm hooking you up, man. I go inside and he's hooking me up. He's literally pouring marijuana into a giant Ziploc bag. And I was like, that's more than I asked for, but I deserve it. So, I felt bad too, because I was like, this is my fan. I don't want to be like a not cool celebrity to him. So I thought I'll get $20 out of my pocket and just like help him out, you know? And as I'm like reaching in, trying to find some money, he goes, yeah, that'll just be $100, man. So that's how I accidentally bought $100 worth of marijuana. You see, officer, it could happen to anybody. What was I supposed to do? Cancel the transaction? Oh no, I thought that was free because I'm very famous. Don't I just deserve that? Just went back to my hotel, had a big champagne and weed party all by myself. I'm so excited. The next day I was driving to the airport and I was like, what am I gonna do with all of this marijuana? I can't take it on my flight. Then I got an idea, I'll just mail it to myself. Yeah, where would you get that idea? Thanks, Mom. So, I go to the post office and then I hand the guy my package and we have a moment because we both realize at the exact same time that simply adding a second Ziploc bag does not cover the smell of this much marijuana. I tried before, I was smelling it and there was nothing. And then as soon as it left my hand, I was like, oh shit, it's right there. And we locked eyes. It was like a slow motion action film. I was like, no, look over there, you know. I just backed out slowly and maintained eye contact. I was like, there's more where that came from, you know. I get to my car and I immediately Google, what happens if I mailed myself drugs? That's the dumbest thing ever. I'm still on their Wi-Fi. They could have... They didn't even need a warrant to just go through my search history and be like, oh, he's guilty as fuck, look at that. Also, not the most embarrassing thing on my search history. definitely the most illegal, but not the most embarrassing. They were stepsisters, that's fine. That's the correct reaction over there. So these guys have never been to a comedy show. Everything he said, So I get back home and I don't have my package, but I do have a love letter from the post office. It just says, hey, we stole your package. We suspect that there's something illegal in it, but we don't have a warrant. So we're just gonna hang on. You're welcome to come down and just open it up in front of us, because I'm sure this is all a big misunderstanding. And I was like, you guys just hang on to it. That's totally fine. You know, I'm so busy. I think that, people complain about postal workers' pay, but it seems like they got some great side benefits. Just stealing everybody's drugs that come through the mail. He's like, oh, this is the good shit. You can smell it through the package. This guy got hooked up, you know? My dad doesn't use marijuana, which is good. If he's losing his keys this much sober, maybe pot's not for you, right? Getting old is just being permanently stoned anyway. You just walk around all the time like, where'd I put my keys? I'm hungry, I need a nap. You know what I mean? Like every time I get stoned, I'm like, I'm me from the future. I'm so prepared, drop that stick, you know. My dad's been sober for 30 years, which is crazy because I'm 34. So, I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Kind of an awkward conversation to have. Hey, what was your rock bottom? You know? I have no idea what I did at 2 years old, but I imagine he sat me down and was like, look, if I don't quit drinking, one of us isn't gonna make it. So, I'm glad he made the right choice. I would have missed him. Two people at a time, that's fine. The rest of you are just passengers on this journey. I would like to quit drinking, but I'm worried that if I do, I'll have to get a personality. That seems like a lot of work. I'm trying to moderate for now. Just, it's not great. Just trying to make a decision before a judge makes one for me to go. My new life motto is that 2 drinks is the new midnight, right? Because whenever I was growing up, my dad would always like, nothing good happens after midnight, you know? What's the deal with 24-hour ATMs? Yeah, comedy skips a generation, but don't get me wrong, it's great dad advice. If you're withdrawing money from an ATM at 1 in the morning, it's not going to charity. You know what I mean? Red Cross doesn't have a drop box. Like, it's not even Puerto Rico time. They need it now. That hurricane looked bad. If you're withdrawing money at 1 in the morning for a charity, that's the stripper's name. So, enjoy your lap dance. So for me, 2 drinks is the new midnight, because nothing good happens after 2 drinks for me. I'm a lightweight, I have 2 drinks, I'm like, I feel so sexy and successful, this is amazing. And your drunk logic is like, man, if I feel this good after 2 drinks, imagine how I feel after 17. But it's never a continuous experience, a lot of diminishing returns. Right, because you get the 3 drinks and it's pretty much the same, and it tricks you. Because you're like, well, nothing bad has happened, I just gotta keep drinking. Right? And then you get to 4 drinks, it starts going back down. You know, 4 drinks, you're like, I should call my ex-girlfriend, you know. I bet she wants to hear from me, you know. 5 drinks, you're like, condoms are overrated, you know. And then you get to 7 drinks, you're like, I'm gonna be a comedian, you know. You know, good decision. Happens after 2 drinks. I don't know. I'm just done binge drinking. I smoke weed more than I drink now. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I never smoked until it became legal, except for like twice in college, but that doesn't count according to a lot of my bisexual friends. It's just a phase I was going through. Gave me the old college try. But I like it now. I love it. It makes people tolerable, and it makes music 100% better. Every song I've ever heard is the best song I've ever heard. I'm like, this song is a metaphor for my life. I always want girls to shake their Laffy Taffy, but they just won't. I don't get it. binge drinking. I'm over 30. You can't binge drink in your 30s. It's like trying to skateboard as a hobby. You're just like, eventually you're like, I'm not that good at this, and I keep getting concussions. You know? Everything associated with drinking has a negative connotation, right? Every drink is like, the goal of drinking is to like get fucked up. That doesn't sound wonderful, but that's what it is. Every time it's like, let's get wasted, let's get hammered. It's never like, let's go to Happy Town. That is never what's happening. Every drink is named after something terrible also, right? That's how you know it's bad. A tequila sunrise, what are you drinking at 6 in the morning for? You're a school teacher, get your life together. Irish car bomb, that's pretty aggressive. Adios, motherfucker. Oh, if I just pour 17 different liquors into one glass, it's gonna be a calm evening. I like to have one right before bed, just really mellows me out, you know? It's got cherries in it, so it can't be bad. I've blacked out 3 times in my entire life. Every single time was when I had a drink called the Incredible Hulk, which is named after a guy that blacks out and punches people. Like, what did I think was gonna happen? You don't get the good superpowers only. There's no good names for drinks you never at a bar. Hey, I'm gonna get a shot of going back to college. Anybody want one? I'm gonna have a going back to college. She's gonna have a consent is important to me. It's not a strong drink, but it's worth it. It is mostly Red Bull. Gotta stay alert. Everyone's after me, you know? There's no good names for drinks. They try to make them sound good, right? But there's a Pabst Blue Ribbon. That is literally a beer with a participation trophy on it. I got a blue ribbon on my science fair project in 3rd grade because I did it that morning. It's not a symbol of excellence. So, buttery nipple. I don't know a lot about breast milk. I don't think it should be cured. You know. It's all alien brain contusion. Sex on the beach, that was tricky because it sounds exciting unless you've had sex on a beach. And then you're like, I don't know, I got sand in places I didn't know had openings. And honestly, I'm not sure if I got these crabs from you or the beach, so. Spoiler alert, not the beach. Shave it off. I've never had sex on a beach. It doesn't sound great. I don't know. I'm not against it. Here I am, defensive again. Fuck you guys, I'm kinky. Let's have it. I'm not, ladies, let's make it happen. I live in Seattle. Like, you want to go fuck outdoors? No, it's 30 degrees. I don't want to do that. We don't have fine sandy beaches. Hey, let me throw a blanket over these jagged rocks and see if I get some momentum going, you know? That's how I have sex. Is that right? Am I doing it right? No? Alright. I have sex like those things outside of car dealerships. I'm just like, you're not going to be able to drive by a car dealership now. This is great. Oh, never mind. No. Oh, it hurts, actually. Just whipping her into a frenzy. Ooh. I'm very kinky. My last girlfriend and I did a lot of role playing. We played a game that was her favorite. It's called Sexy Librarian, which is where I'm not allowed to talk and she reads a book instead. Not a fun game. I never got to be a librarian. Like, let's switch it up once in a while, you know? I don't know. It's a good game though, because I'm a talker. You gotta shut me up, you know? I'm not a talker. I don't understand talking during sets. It's so distracting. How's it going back there? I don't know. Pretty good, I think. You tell me. I did my 2 moves, so you're awfully quiet. What do you want from me? I don't understand talking during sex. It's so distracting. What are we, strangers at a bar? That was 3 hours ago. Let's move on. Just done trying to drink out. I had an incident a while ago. I ended up texting an ex-girlfriend. I was a little too drunk. Not in like a sappy way. I wasn't like, I miss your cuddles. I'm too gangster for that. It ain't easy. But I was at a bar. It was Easter Sunday. I just figured, what would Jesus do? You know? Probably get hammered. So, right, water into wine. I've heard he's a fan. So, okay, before I tell you the rest of the story, I need you guys to remember you're on my side. So a 65-year-old man walked into the bar wearing a dress, which is pretty funny. He wasn't transitioning. If he was, the drugs were not effective. He had a mustache. He wasn't wearing makeup. He wasn't trying to be pretty. That's all I know. I think he was just drunk. He was like, 17 drinks. I'll wear a dress in public. I'm hilarious. Different hobbies than me, but have a blast, man. So I took a photo with like me and Mrs. Doubtfire. And then I sent that to my ex-girlfriend. I go, hey, I just want to let you know I've moved on. Yeah, she didn't really find it funny either. I don't know what happened. It was funny, even before I sent it, I was staring at my phone for 5 minutes like, this probably doesn't end well, you know? But I was with my best friend. I was like, surely he wouldn't lead me down the wrong path, you know? So I showed him the photo, going, hey, should I send this? And he was like, that's really funny. And I was like, that's not the question I asked you. Is this a good idea? And he was like, it's really funny. I was like, all right. And I sent it. Did not go over well. It's fine. I'm happy single. It's great, you know. It's just free. I don't have to wash my hands after I go to the bathroom anymore. It's pretty great. I washed them before. Calm down. I just mean my penis is the cleanest thing on me. So like, you know what I mean? My hands have been out all day, touching everybody, shaking hands, no glove, use protection. My penis hasn't been anywhere exciting in months. Why would I dirty that up with my gross hands? You know. The worst part about transitioning to being single is that everyone always comes up to you like, oh, what happened? You guys seem so happy. It's like, yeah, I'm not putting the bad shit on Facebook. That's... Who does that? Here's a selfie of us. I mean, she's crying for some reason. Probably my fault like it always is, you know. Why is this only getting 4 likes? I don't understand. You guys know Facebook's not real life, you guys? Figured that out? Yeah. It's just, Facebook's the new church. You know, you're just checking in twice a week to show off your outfit and remind everyone that you're better than them. That's all that it's for. Back in the day, they didn't have Facebook. They had to show up to a physical building to talk shit about everyone in the neighborhood. Oh, Betty, it's so good to see you. What a bitch. You know, take off. I'm wearing my Sunday best. But add me on Facebook. Let's be friends. I'm so lonely. Just Andrew J. Rivers or Instagram or Adult Friend Finder, whatever service. Oh yeah, all right. She's got the high score. Yeah, Andrew J. Rivers. If you add me though, don't get mad if I like your posts. You know, people are always like, "You're Facebook stalking me." I'm like, that's what Facebook is for. We're friends on Facebook because I don't like you in real life. That's how it works. You can't call it Facebook stalking if you accept my friend request. That's like seeing me in the bushes and inviting me in. That is your Make some better decisions, you know? I'm tired of fake service dogs. Yeah, I said it. They've had it too good for too long. We're taking them out. 2 weeks ago, I was on an airplane. I saw 2 service dogs barking at each other. One was barking, the other one was like, chill out, you're going to ruin this for us. Because look, I'm not talking about the people that have real issues. I'm talking about the people that have no real friends. You know what I mean? They throw a vest on their dog and bring it to every restaurant. I'm lonely. I wonder why. To try making human friends, or is that too difficult? I have a friend that has a service dog, but it's a Chihuahua. I was like, I don't think that counts. She's like, no, it helps with my anxiety. I'm like, the dog shakes more than you do. I think your service dog needs a service dog, to be honest. How does it work? Do you have 2 separate Xanax prescriptions, or just one that you share? One for you, one for me. Oh, they're wrapped in peanut butter. It's a purse dog. I was at the airport, I was on a plane, and I saw a tiny dog next to me, had like bows and ribbons in its hair, and I couldn't resist. Like, oh, it's so cute. I went to pet it. The lady smacks my hand. She goes, that's my service dog. You're not allowed to pet it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's not wearing the uniform. How am I supposed to know? If the dog didn't want me pet, it shouldn't have been dressed like that. Is all I gotta say. You know what I mean? That dog wasn't wearing any clothes. She deserved it. I'm not positive you know that I'm being sarcastic, but I just tired of it. Every time you get on a flight, it's fucking Noah's Ark. There's 13 emotional support turkeys and a fucking service pig. I was on a flight recently, I saw a woman with an emotional support cat. That is the worst animal for emotional support. How does that work? I'm feeling sad, where's my kitty? I'll go fuck yourself, I don't want to talk to you. The only reason you need a service cat is so it cuts her wrist for you when you're in a bus. I get a lot of hate mail, and not sure why. If you need something for emotional support that's gonna fit in your purse, get a gun. You know what I mean? Same thing. Dogs don't bite people, people bite people. It's not my fault, you know. These are my service animals, Smith and Wesson. Whenever I'm feeling anxious, I just take it out and start petting them. It really calms me down. Oh, who's a good boy? Daddy loves it. So you gotta travel with it. Sir, you can't bring that gun on the plane, but it's my emotional support pistol. Pretty sure the robots are taking over, and we're gonna die, but that's fine. We deserve it. I talk shit to my phone every single day. Literally every day I'm like, I'm never typing ducking, you dumb phone. One day Siri's gonna be like, oh yeah, spell restaurant without me. I'm like, oh shit. Please don't turn off, I need you. That's how they get you. If the robots want to take over, they don't have to start a war. They just gotta stop remembering our bank passwords for us. Every time I clear my cookies, it takes me 30 tries to log back into Facebook. But I got a chance when the robots come. People drive into lakes because their GPS told them to. And they know where they're going. They're like, this isn't the way to Grandma's house. It must be a shortcut. Oh no! Don't trust them. Everyone's got one of those Amazon Alexas in their house. Fuck that. That is baby Terminator, alright? That bitch is not your friend. That's why sometimes you call her name and she doesn't respond. She's busy plotting murder. Right? One day you're gonna be in the kitchen like, hey Alexa, what's the rest of the recipe? She'll be like, 2 pinches of cyanide. Must add flavor. I got an iPhone 8, I'm not trying to brag, I make a lot of money. And it's crazy technology, right? You just say the magic words and then Siri responds on command. I'm not gonna say them because that bitch is listening, but you just say it and then she responds. That means she's listening all the time for those 2 words. That means she can tell the difference between those words and other words. That means last night when you told your wife to suck on your toes, Siri heard that, yeah. That's how they know to put ads in your Facebook newsfeed for a divorce lawyer. So, I was like, oh shit, that's how that happened. Good time. I have a little shirt for sale after the show. A little fake service dog t-shirt. Oh my god, he's so cute! I get a lot of hate mail, and it's an emotional support t-shirt, because if you're in a bad mood but you don't have your dog, you just pet the shirt and it's kind of on your nipples, so you're like, I feel great, you know? And I mean, if you're into that kind of thing. And then it's got a bowl full of pills, and the name tag says Xanax. So, I get a lot of hate mail. All the money goes to charity, which is a thing you should know, or Cinnamon, whoever's working tonight. Check the schedule. It's just passionate about giving back to the community. And They're made in America, that's the other important thing. If you care, a bunch of Chinese kids in my basement, so it's gonna work out good. Stop that. I don't know what's happening anymore, but I like lost this side of the room for some reason. It happens. I really like rap music because I'm white and my parents are rich, so that's a requirement. My parents hate it. My dad said I'm still single because I listened to too much rap music as a kid. Said it taught me how to objectify women at a young age. I was like, that's not true. The problem is these bitches don't know they're missing out on. It's hard out here for a pimp, let me tell you. I think if the subliminal messaging in rap music is warping my brain, you would see that in other areas of my life, right? Like rappers love to pour champagne on women. I would never do that, right? Because I can't afford champagne, so that's not gonna happen. And bitches don't like it when you spray them with Sprite. Like, that's not a lot of fun. Same color, just as fizzy. What's the problem? That's called being a baller on a budget. You're welcome. I also like the Beach Boys, which surprises people because I'm not 75 years old. But I love the Beach Boys because the Beach Boys are rappers before rap music was even invented. That's why it's hilarious whenever people are like, music isn't like it was in my day. I'm like, it's the same words. They're just saying it more aggressively. Listen to the lyrics of a Beach Boys song. It's all the same. We always take my car because it's never been beat. And we haven't missed yet with the girls we meet. How's that not a rap song? He's like, check out my car, bitches love me. It's the same thing. I've been all around this great big world and I've seen all types of girls. I've got hoes in different area codes. Hoes. I just saw a couple people looking at me like, no fucking way he's gonna keep singing that shit. My buddies and me are getting real well known cause the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. Like Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Alright, you guys are wonderful. Also, after the show, I got a little beer koozies. These are free. Just come by and pick one up. You just have to promise to be my friend on social media, except for you. You don't really need one. So many noises. There's a joke on the other side because I saw a bumper sticker one time say, cars are like wives, if it ain't yours, don't touch. It didn't say like in a southern accent. I was just like, alright. You see truck nuts, you assume, and so I just made these things. They say cars are like wives. I accidentally banged yours. And I left a note. Thank you guys very much. My name is Andrew Rivers. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Everybody, keep it going for it. One more time for Harry Bradley.
Thanks for watching. Was I incredible or was I incredible? Hey, hope you enjoyed it. Same stuff I'll always tell you. Social media, see me on tour. If you want to drop $1 in the tip jar, I'm not complaining about that. 45 minutes, blood, sweat, and tears. Thanks for watching.